All right, hey again. I'm trying out a new camera angle. I know you all tune in to see my lovely face, but I figured you might want a better view of my hands. So we're trying it out. Hope you like it. And anyways, today we're gonna do a tune I absolutely love. It probably will not take as long as some of the other more recent ones I've done, because the source material is only like 3 minutes long. We'll still manage to make quite a bit more than 3 minutes out of it. But we're going to do Doctor My Eyes by Jackson Browne, which I just adore this song. And it's a really fun one to learn on piano. I teach a lot of piano lessons, and this is one that a lot of students are interested in learning. It comes up a ton because it's a really memorable piano part. So let's get right into it. This is a song that's in F major, and it has that kind of iconic introduction, which the left hand is just doing this bouncing between Fs. You know that sound. It's a good sound. And on top of that, what the riff is this E flat major chord. It's a B flat major chord and then an F chord. And because you're using this F with your thumb, I used to play it down an octave, so you can really see this B flat and F chord with all three notes in them. But the studio track, when you listen to it, is actually doing the F bouncing on this octave, which means you can't use the F in your right hand voicing as you come down because your thumb is kind of taking it up. So what I do for this, the usual asterisk that I don't have any official transcriptions, or I don't know exactly how Jackson Browne played it. This is how I play it when I'm noodling around with it. So take it as you will. But the way I play it is this: you get the full E flat chord in, and it's all over F, so the left hand just stays on this bouncing F. And you have this E flat chord, G, B flat, E flat. It's right next to that top F. And then you come down to the B flat major chord, which is B flat, D, and F. So you have the F that your thumb is playing down here. If you invert these or move them around, they really don't sound right. So you have to do them right where I'm playing them right now. And then you bring those down to your F major chord. So it's F, A, and C. Ah, no! And even just doing that may be enough to impress a lot of your friends. It's a great riff. Everybody knows it. Again, you can't really invert them. They sound right here. I keep messing it up because I literally just changed the way I was voicing it right before I recorded this, but we'll get it. All right, so that brings you into the first verse, and before I get into the chords under the verse, I want to tell you that counting this riff is a little weird, and listen to the studio track, because the one of the verse hits right with that F chord of the riff on the second time through it. So it's like... So that counting where it lands, you hit the F chord of the riff and the verse starts right on it. That tripped me up a lot. So pay attention to that and make sure you're doing it right. Listening to the studio track will help. We'll play through with the studio track after we're done doing this walkthrough part. And yeah, so anyways, once you're into the verse, it's this F chord, and these are not as fussy about where you voice them, so you can see where I'm playing them with my hands, but if you want to move them around a little bit, you totally can. So it's this F chord, and you want to keep this kind of just pulsating rhythm in your hands. So it's an F chord, then an A minor chord, and then you're going up to this D minor chord, then a B flat major chord, back to F. You do that twice chorus under the verse. Even the good without hurting, won't you help me if you can? And now we get to the chorus. My eyes. And because I play this solo piano, I cover the bass line with my left hand. If you're playing with a bassist, you really don't need to do that. But the chorus is just built out of this D minor chord and then an F major chord. And so the bass line is just running up D, F, A, and C. And then on the F chord, it's running up F, A, C, and D. Doctor, my eyes, tell me what is wrong. Was I unwise to leave them open for so long? And that last chord is a C, so it's just a C major chord. Was I unwise to leave them open for so long? And then you're back to that riff. So you do that. There's the first verse, the first chorus, second verse, second chorus. So the second chorus is exactly the same as the first one. There's another bit of tricky counting when you get to the guitar solo at the end of the second chorus. So I'll just get right up to it. I hear their cries. This is the second chorus. Just say if it's too late for me. So we're back to that riff, but now it's double counted. So when you get to that one, each section of it is twice as long. So you go with that E flat over F, 2, 2, 3, 4, B flat, and then you hit that F really hard. That's where the guitar solo happens, and now the riff is back to the normal counting. This is a good place to throw in some piano riffing. The studio track doesn't have a ton of piano riffing, but I would recommend, because we're in F major, to use what works really well here is the blues scale from the relative minor, basically, or the pentatonic scale of the relative minor. So from F, you just go down 3 half steps to the relative minor, which is D minor. And the D minor pentatonic scale is just D, F, G, A, C, and E. And then the A flat works super well to roll around. So it'd be... And you can play around with it. On piano because you want to keep the motion of those chords that are happening over that F, because otherwise it just gets lost because your left hand isn't changing. So you can't really go into like a full-on, I'm going to take a solo here. It's more like you're keeping the chords and you're just filling in space. So when you land on that F, so you got room to add some riffing in there, but not really to deviate too far from doing this, the E flat, B flat, and F over it. And then after that guitar solo, you're just back into the chorus, same as it ever was. Sits on this riff again and fades out with the guitar soloing over, so you got room to do more of that D minor stuff. And that's all there is to it. So that D minor scale, I mean, you can also use, at points you could use like an F major mixolydian with the E flat, but to my ear, that D minor pentatonic scale really is the one that sounds best. The B flat's a great note to throw in there too. And And that's it. So we will jump in and play through the song. I may try to sing along. I'm nowhere near as good a singer as Jackson Browne, so I apologize in advance. Let's get to it, and we'll talk about it as we play through. All right, so we're back. So that intro is going to start in just a second with that F octave, and we're going to do our E flat, B flat, F. B flat, F major. Remember that the verse comes in quick.
Doctor, my eyes have seen the years.
Now we're going to A minor.
Slow parade of years without
D minor.
Now I want
B flat,
to understand.
F.
I have done all that I could.
Back to the A minor.
The evil and the good.
Now the D minor.
Without hiding. You
B
must
flat
taught
major.
me
Back to F.
again.
Now we're going to the chorus, which is that D
Doctor,
minor.
my eyes
Now F.
tell me what is wrong.
Back to the D minor. Here's that C.
For so long.
This verse comes in quick too.
As I have wandered through this world,
Here comes
as
the A.
each moment has
D minor.
unfurled, I've been waiting to awaken
B flat major.
from these
Back to F.
dreams. People go just where they will. I never noticed them until I got this feeling that it's later than it seems.
Here we go to the chorus. D minor.
Doctor, my eyes
F major.
tell me what you see. I hear their cries.
Here comes the
Just say
C.
if it's too late for me.
Here's the double link riff. That F hard, and here's a guitar solo. That's what I'm talking about with that D minor riffing. Back to the chorus.
Doctor, my eyes,
F
cannot
major.
see the sky. Is this the prize? For
It's a C
having
again.
learned how not to cry.
I'm just gonna fade out on this. It's great to just practice on that D minor stuff. It's one of my very favorite scales on the keyboard. And that's it. There's not a whole lot to that one. It's a great song. It's really fun to play. It also adapts really well to a solo piano arrangement. So that's a good one to learn if you want to have some classic rock tunes in your solo piano singer repertoire. It's really fun to play with a band too, of course. So I hope that helps you if you're working on it. And I'll see you in the next video. As always, thank you for your time. I really appreciate you. I really hope that you keep practicing and stick with it. Learning instruments is hard. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of falling down. But oftentimes you're getting better without even realizing it. And the progress that you can make in 6 months, a year, 2 years is really remarkable. So I hope you'll stick with it. And if I got anything wrong, if you have any questions, if you want to learn a specific song or have a request, please reach out, shoot me a comment. And I'd be happy. I'm always happy to talk piano with anybody, anytime. And also, please, I'd love it if you check out my band, if you like what I do. My band is called Andrew North and the Rangers. We have a YouTube channel that you can easily find with a search that has a bajillion live shows and a bunch of fun stuff. And we have so much fun as a band. I have a ton of fun playing, and I like to share that with as many people as I can and to bring people in. So that's what music is about, is connecting. I'll see you at the next video. Cheers.